So what happened to Shadiversity is the question I'm planning on answering today. My name's Avatar Obi. I posted on my socials about disliking Shad as a person recently, and to my surprise, a lot of the reaction I got from people was, who the fuck is Shad? In fact, only people who recognize the name, majority of which mistook him for the adult anime artist who is very controversial, that has a very similar name, goes by Shad. And the few people that did recognize him thought, oh, he's that sword guy I used to watch. And I myself also used to watch a handful of his videos back in the day when he was at his most popular, like 5, 6 years ago. But since then, he has sort of fallen off very sharply, in fact. And I kind of want to go over the details as to why I happen to have a dislike of him and why a lot of other people felt the same way, and his channel is slowly dying, and just explain how he screwed up himself, essentially. So let me quickly show you or run you through what his channel is. So Shad M. Brooks, or Shadiversity as he's known on YouTube, where Shad himself talks about swords in fantasy, books, movies, TV shows, video games, and tries to take a realistic approach to it. That is, he's meant to be an educational YouTube channel. As you can see here, he has 1.69 million subscribers. He's been around for a while. But as you can see in the most recent video up there, apparently YouTube is killing his channel. It's not YouTube killing his channel, it's he himself that is killing his channel. Because his channel is slowly dying because, more or less because of him as a person and how that is affecting his content. And people are slowly unsubscribing and dipping off from watching his videos. This is the statistics he has on Social Blade. He does talk about his channel statistics in the video that he posted about his channel dying, and he mentions his ad revenue and viewership have all been, and subscribers have all been, the lowest it's ever been in 5 years. And if I scroll down here, as you can see, there have been like several months where he just hasn't gained a single subscriber at all. As you can see here, 0 subscribers, again 0 subscribers, and even like most recently, 0. So he's not wrong about that. His channel is going down drain. But the reason why he's going down isn't down to anything to do with YouTube, like censorship or suppressing his content or anything like that. It's to do with the kind of person that Shad has shown himself to be, and people just not liking that at all. So Shad actually has a second channel called Night's Watch here, where he does reviews and such of popular culture. In fact, as you can see here, he called himself the guardians of popular culture in this section there. What he really means by that is gatekeeper. So this is a channel for the kind of guy that would see someone wearing like a band t-shirt and ask her to name 5 of their songs or something. Or, oh, you like video games? Name 5 characters from this obscure spin-off or something. And if I scroll through this content, you can see exactly what kind of content it is he is making on this channel, as he follows a particular formula known to be used by a certain crowd on YouTube, mostly being angry at women, as you can see a trend right there. But Shadiversity has basically gone down the alt-right rabbit hole and started catering content for the angry incel crowd, like that Sweet Baby Inc. video. The BBC want to purge gamers, the most oppressed group of all, of course. A video about Stella Blade's boobs, because that's what gets views these days, according to him and his incel audience mindset. In fact, he's done multiple videos on Sweet Baby Inc. and the whole Gamergate 2.0 controversy. But as you can see here, the key word he's putting in a lot of his videos is woke, over and over again. You can probably find every single like right-wing buzzword like MCU and girlboss. He uses girlboss quite a lot. In fact, he seems unnecessarily angry at anything with women in power by calling them girl bosses, as if it's a derogatory thing. Like, he's even criticized Dune too, and uses Zendaya in the thumbnail because he knows being angry at women is what gets his viewers to click on his thumbnails. But perhaps most famously of all, he went on an entire hour-long rant hating on the Barbie movie, followed up by another half an hour, maybe 40-minute rant about the Barbie movie again, this time about Ken. So he basically took a very hard turn into becoming an alt-right grifter, as you can all see, which is a large part as to why people stopped watching him and his content. But it wasn't the only part. It's the fact that his content also just wasn't very good anymore. Like in this video here, he claims that YouTube is the one that's killing his content with its regulations or whatever. But if his content is genuinely good and people did want to watch him, platforms like Kick exist, where he could move all of his content there. A lot of his audience would probably already be established there, and he could make his money streaming on Kick or making content there. But the thing is, his content's not, bringing people in at all. So clearly, if he did that, he knows it as well. He won't get any more than what he's already gotten, because the people currently watching him don't care about his sword content either. Apparently, they care about him being an angry man-child crying about women. They want to see him throw tantrums on the internet about people of color and genders and trans people and LGBT representation in whatever it is he happens to be mad about that time. But that's not the only reason Shad fell off, as this video is going to go into detail about. Because on top of all this right-wing pandering for the angry incel crowd, he actually has a third side venture called Shad AI, which is exactly what you think it is. It's Shad thinking he's an artist with AI. In fact, his brother actually famously is a popular YouTuber who does art videos and actually has more viewers and subscribers than all of Shad's channels combined. And there is a famous clip actually where Shad tries to argue that he is an artist to his brother Jazza, and his brother is trying to be as nice as possible and telling him that using AI does not make him an artist. And he gets very defensive about this, and the video is it's a tough watch. In fact, this graph here, this blue line actually is my channel statistics compared to this red line, which is his channel statistics. So his AI channel actually is doing worse than my tiny little channel that I started less than like a year ago, less than 6 months ago even. So thank you everyone who has been supporting me along the way. If you want to help me beat his other channels, please do drop a like, subscribe, comment, help me grow this channel and get more content out there. But this channel so far, I don't know if he's abandoned it or not. He's not uploaded in 2 months now, but it's him trying to jerk off AI art, basically, where he goes through the process of how he makes AI art and tries to argue that it's, a valid form of making art. From watching like a few clips and stuff of his videos and what he does, he just basically makes a few edits in Photoshop and just keeps shoving it back into the AI generator until he gets what he wants, and then occasionally he puts his wife face on top of the character without properly scaling it either. But you see like 3 videos in a row with this one character here, which is a character he generated in AI who has a backwards left hand for some reason, and he thinks it's better than anything an actual artist can do. He's dying on that hill for AI art, which is another valid reason to dislike this guy. But that's not the only reason. There is another reason to not like him as a person. So the other reason to not like Shadiversity or Shad Brooks as a person is the fact that he's put out a book called Shadow of the Conqueror. And to sum it up for you, it's a story of Shad asking the thought-provoking question of, can someone like Hitler be redeemed? So the story follows a protagonist who is a war criminal who R-words women and children and has committed mass genocide, going on a journey with a lot of Gary Stu powers and having everything go in his way, and occasionally doing a good thing. And then he poses the question, can this person now be considered a good person despite being a child molester? Which is a question, that doesn't get asked often because it's a stupid fucking question. And there are plenty of reviews out there panning the book for exactly that, which you can find on YouTube. I do recommend checking out a few of them, because he does indeed ask if someone who should probably be a star on To Catch a Predator, it's someone people would want to cheer for. He even responded to the criticism himself with a video, which is mostly him coping about the video and pointing out to how his fans liked it, and they all posted like 5-star reviews after he asked them to spam 5 stars on his video on the book reviews. It's just that everyone else didn't like it. I will mention one thing about the book though. There's a moment where his main character meets a family, and the women of that family follow a religion called matriarchism or something like that, which is, women being in charge, the religion. And he has a scene where the women argue about the religion, and he's trying to make this joke that these women who think women should be in charge are always arguing with each other because that's all women do. And it's a very uncomfortable joke that just did not land at all. And if you do a quick search for Shadiversity or Shad M. Brooks on most social media platforms, you'll see a lot of people echoing the same sentiment towards Shad and his inability to accept why it is his channel is on the decline. And if you check on his stats on socialblade.com, you can see his channel has had a very large decline, with waves of people unsubscribing from his channel. In fact, his other channel, Nightwatch, which he claims is doing reasonably well, is having days where they have declines as well, when he doesn't post any new content for a while, or he just takes a few days off. So I imagine this is the reactionary crowd, where they'll react to his latest video, but if he doesn't put out anything, they're not going to go back to watch his other videos, because that's what he's catering to. He's catering to the reactionary right-wing incel audience, there's no other word for it, where they'll react to the latest thing to be angry about and then forget about it a week or two later. So unless he's constantly putting out content for them to get angry about and get them riled up, they're not going to go back and rewatch any of his other videos and get angry about the Barbie movie again or whatever, because his videos aren't evergreen, as a lot of content creators would say, videos that people keep going back to. Like, for example, if I did like a tutorial on how to use Photoshop and key out backgrounds, right? That's a video people would be looking up over and over again for as long as they need to, edit something in Photoshop. Whereas doing a video being angry at the Barbie movie is only going to be relevant while the Barbie movie is being talked about. I guess after the Oscar season, it's a practically dead video that no one's ever going to go back to because it's no longer relevant. And that's kind of what he's putting out, and not understanding why people aren't, watching his videos long term. And most depressingly, his AI channel videos just don't get any views at all, apart from the very initial reaction to AI art, where they had that large spike and he probably thought he was doing great. But after that, it's just been on life support. But I'm not going to waste too much time repeating things other people have said about his video specifically. If you want a more in-depth deep dive into why his content has gone downhill, there are other YouTube videos out there by other creators who have gone into what his channel has been doing wrong, and I do suggest looking them up if you want to learn more about it. But that's all I'm going to say on the matter regarding Shad Brooks and why I don't like him as a person and why I think his content is definitely falling off. And I don't think he's ever going to admit to fault in any way, shape, or form, because he doesn't like to admit being wrong. So naturally, he's just going to blame the YouTube algorithm or something else entirely. He might even blame me for making this video about him. Who knows? Hi, Shad, if you're watching. Your content does suck and you suck as a person. Those are the reasons your videos are no longer being watched. Deal with that information what you will. I have been Avatar Obi. If you would like to be supportive of me and my content, please do drop a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff on my videos. I promise I won't go ahead and try and do an alt-right grift and make reactionary content for people to get mad at just to earn a few extra dollars. And you can hold me to that. Yeah, check out the rest of my content if you want to. And I hopefully will see you in future. I do also live stream to the channel, so feel free to pop in whenever I'm streaming, say hi, or whatever.